How's it going? Still trying to get used to talking to the camera stuff. It's not too easy. I guess I'm not too. Obviously, I'm not used to it. Um, but yeah, today's episode, I want to be talking about the white truck. I know I haven't talked a lot about it. And I believe in one of the episodes I said I was going to sell it. Well, between Richie and Fluffy, they've convinced me not to sell it. And to go through with boosting it. So I ordered some parts. A lot of it is already here. Some of it hasn't got here yet. So I'm just going to give you guys just a little bit of info on the truck. I will be building the turbo kit today. But yeah, I guess let's begin. It is a 05 Silverado regular cab short bed. It was a V6 4L80. 4L60. I bought it at a decent price. It was running, had AC, everything. Got it home, ripped the motor and transmission out, sold the motor and transmission. As I said before, I sell 5.3s and 6.0s, 6.2s. I buy 5 to 10 motors a week, and I sell them locally. I had a 5.3 laying around, a 05 complete harness, tack module, pedal, the whole thing. Uncut harness, even had the fuse box plugged with the fuse box. So I ended up swapping that in there. I had bought a 4L80E with the Speed Engineering transmission cross member for the 4L80. I ended up selling the transmission cross member because I decided I was going to sell the truck and just make what I could off the truck and buy something that was lighter. I was actually looking at a second gen RX-7 locally that had an LS swap in it. It already had like a built rear end. It was caged, and the dude was selling it super cheap. And I figured that would be a whole lot easier to make fast than a regular cab short bed pickup truck. But they convinced me to do it anyway, so here I am, blowing all my money on this truck. Well, I guess let's just start looking at the parts. Yes, I went cheap. I bought eBay turbo manifolds. As you can tell, I did have to oval out the holes a little bit. Besides that, it fits pretty good. The truck's not really gonna be a daily driver, so longevity is not an issue for me. Texas speed cam. I was stuck between a 4.8 or 5.3 stage 4 turbo cam or going stage 3 LS1 turbo cam. Stage 3 LS1 turbo cam has higher intake lift. I believe it's 629. It's a little more aggressive too, duration wise. I am going to send my heads out to get ported, so I figured that the extra lift and duration would help me, especially with the ported heads. If I was staying in stock heads, I probably would have just got a stage 4, 4.8, 5.3 cam, but I believe I'll see some benefit to the slightly bigger cam. So I ended up going stage 3 LS1 turbo cam. I got this lovely turbo from VS Racing. It's a 78, 75 billet wheel. I have some Gen 4 rods. I also just ordered 4.8, 5.3 flat top pistons. So I'm gonna put Gen 4 pistons and rods basically in it. I went cheap again. I didn't buy ARPs. I bought Speedmaster head studs. I know a lot of people are gonna give them shit. But I've seen people that swear by them, and I've seen people that talk shit about them. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna do my own test. If it survives, it survives. I paid $60 for, not even, I think it was like $50 for head studs. As you can see, we get ARP. I love ARP. I am gonna run ARP rod bolts. But yeah, got some all new gasket kit. all the gaskets, the oil pan gasket. I got LS9 head gaskets. On 3 in the crew core. This was actually Fluffy's. He had originally bought 2 of them for the G8, and we were only using 1. So I'm gonna use this one. If we turn out to need a second one, I'll just order him one. I'm a tile dealer anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. The Vibrant HD clamp for the throttle body. I am gonna be running a 102mm throttle body, or I don't know yet. Maybe, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, parts that I ordered that I don't have right now. Integral piping I have up there stored. I am an AEM dealer too, so I ordered a X Series wideband, a true boost controller with a solenoid. I ordered a gauge pod. I ordered Vibrant oil fittings for the feed and the return. I bought the turbo secondhand. It was new, it was never used, but the dude lost the feed and return to it, so and all the gaskets off of it, which I already bought. What else did I get? Oh yeah, injectors. I'm gonna be running decap truck injectors for now. They should flow between 75 and 80 pounds. I'm trying to buy some Snake Eater Performance 1500s because I do know I plan on running 85, so I would like the extra headroom. Right now I have a AEM 320 fuel pump. I'm going to be buying a second AEM 320 fuel pump. I know a lot of guys are going to be like, why didn't you just go with, you know, 2 450s or whatever? Well, I got this 320 for free, so another 320 is going to cost me 80 bucks, 90 bucks really. Well, 80 bucks because I'm a vendor, so, you know, 80 bucks, I'm going to have 640, 650 liters per hour. That's more than enough for what more than enough for 80-pound injectors. You know, eventually in the future, if anything, I'll sell them both and buy a Mac Daddy Wildbro, you know, either 450 or 525, and go from there. But for now, it'll do. I bought a VS blowout valve. The pistons haven't came. The ARP rod bolts haven't came. Vibrant oil fittings for the turbo. Jesus, I think that's about it. It's gonna be a hood exit, 3-inch. Oh yeah, the V-bands. That's what I'm missing. I ordered a bunch of V-bands. I am gonna build the whole exhaust, like crossover pipe and all. I have a motor that's sitting in the front, and I have the motor in the truck, so I'm taking measurements and building turbo kit outside of the truck, but right next to the truck, so I can more or less measure and get it close without having to take off the whole headers and all that stuff. Because I just installed the long tubes and the exhaust on the pickup truck, which, by the way, my muffler is king. Right over there. I am gonna end up putting the long tubes and the exhaust on my black pickup truck. I'll probably stick a small cam in it just so it can sound nice and all this shit out of everybody. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's gonna be a simple turbo kit. Basically, all the piping is gonna be built in-house, integral piping outside. You know, I'm gonna be doing all the tuning myself. I'm gonna build the engine myself. I mean, it's not the first engine I built. I built countless of LSs, so it's not too difficult. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be fun. I'm hoping to see 600, 650 out of it. I know the turbo supposedly is better. It's good. The turbo's supposedly good for 800. I don't believe that, but if I happen to have enough fuel, I guess we'll find out. If by the time I actually picked up some Snake Eater 1500s, we'll turn that bitch up and fucking run it till it blows. Oh yeah, I'm sticking the 480 back in it because obviously the 60 ain't gonna survive this. I'll probably be getting a Circle D converter or something for it. I'm a vendor also, so I get good pricing. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, so stick around. Alright guys, well, I got a jump start on doing the turbo kit for the truck. I only have one side done, and I've probably spent like 4 hours to make it. Oh well. I had welded a bracket from here to here to support it down here, which is, oh, there it is. That. So I got the first runner done, which was this one. Came out, did a couple little pie cuts and went in. The idea now is that I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna go down in a 90, kind of like 45 up, and then pie cut it into there. That's the idea. I'm cutting some pie cuts right now. The reason why I'm doing like that is because it'll give me access to the water pump. I won't have to pull the turbo off to or the crossover pipe ready to do the turbo. I'm planning to, I ordered some V-bands. I'm gonna put the V-band right over here anyways. So if I ever have to take it apart, I can just take apart this side and leave this one. I still got access to the cam and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's basically how it's gonna go. I'll record some more now when I get some pie cuts done. I'm gonna record me welding over the other side. What's up, what's up, what's up? How you guys doing? Well, I guess today's gonna be a very simple video. Basically, I'll be prepping the 6.0 that's going in the Cutlass. Give you, I guess, a couple small updates. I did finish the turbo kit for my truck from a regular cab short bed. Fluffy's car. Don't mind all the toys and all the crap laying around. But yeah, I finally got his rear rotors and brake pads to do the 15-inch rear brake conversion. I got those inside. I'm probably gonna do those sometime during the week. We never did pull out the motor. The reason why we didn't was he decided to go water to air intercooler, so we decided to leave the motor in. I'm gonna build all that up, and then we're gonna pull the motor out. But yeah, other than that, let me go show you, I guess, the 6.0. Now I know Fluffy kept on calling this the original motor going in it. What happened with this was the customer actually bought his own motor and transmission. He ain't know any better. They told him it was a 6.0. It was actually a 5.3 and a 480. Came out of a van. So they kind of screwed him over and sold him a 5.3. He wanted a 6.0. So this one's just been sitting here. But he did buy a 6.0. I'll show it to you right now. Now I don't know if it's a LQ4 or LQ9. I don't know nothing about this motor. It was a complete motor minus harness. But I am going to tear it down completely. Got the rings, you know, check all the lifters, trays, paint the block, put all the new parts in. That is his intake. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. I had it posted on my Instagram. That's his intake, mounts, his headers. I got some of the exhaust back there. That's his accessory bracket. You know, I got about 95% of his parts. I'm missing the torque converter from Circle D. I ordered it, but it hasn't got here yet. And the transmission crossbar. That's the only parts I'm missing for his car. I got pump, lines, AM fittings, intake, the headers, the exhaust, the mounts. I got the transmission mount, and the drive shaft. The drive shaft. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. If it's going to have to be shortened, most likely it's going to have to be shortened. Or I'm trying to see if I could get away with using a short Turbo 400 yoke and reusing the drive shaft he has now to keep it, you know, a little budget friendly, I guess. Save him a couple bucks. But yeah, besides that, I guess let's start turning this thing down. Let's see if there's any surprises in this motherfucker.